Walt Disney World has the Fab Five. On today's show, we have 5 fabulous super geekers ready to go geekin' on Walt Disney World.
Are you ready for a fun-filled hour of food favorites, resort hopping, and hanging out with Disney World geeks? It's now time to go geekin' on Walt Disney World. Here's our dad and co-host. Hollywood was impressed with his performance in crowd scenes at the Indiana Jones stunt show. He never misses an 11 a.m. margarita at the Mexican Pavilion. And Mike Wazowski is still raving about his performance as that guy over at Monsters, Inc. Laugh Floor. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Curtis Stone.
Yes, welcome to episode 112 of the Geekin' on Walt Disney World podcast. I am your co-host, Curtis Stone, and we are the family-friendly father-daughter podcast that will feed your passion for Walt Disney World by sharing our experiences and opinions as well as others from our community of passionate Walt Disney World geeks. Now, I am here in the studio alone, but I am not alone because Lindsay is actually out tonight. She is out training some friends on how to go to Disney World, actually. But I have a Super Geeker Roundtable with a great topic tonight. And I have a new Super Geeker. Let me bring her on right away. She's got club level tastes and pop century money. She yelled and chased down Stitch on Main Street, USA, causing him to miss his potty break. It wasn't pretty. And when she's at Disney World, she eats as if she's on her way to the electric chair. Please welcome our newest Super Geeker, EJ Cruz is in the house.
Hi, geeks.
Hey, EJ. How are you tonight?
Good. Excited.
So glad to have you on tonight. I know you are such a fabulous guest on our Facebook group and always active there. So welcome.
Thank you.
Wow. She is the ultimate Disney fan as seen on the Travel Channel. She's our princess of club level, and I know the Butterfinger cupcakes take off running scared when she enters the Starring Rolls Cafe. Please welcome Erica Murphy of H&K. Oh, yes, H&K Luxury Travel. Erica, I had to read that over again. How are you doing, Erica?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm so happy that I'll be seeing you in 9 days.
I can't believe it.
Can you believe it? When this comes out, I would have already seen you the day before. So
oh, really?
We built a couple of podcasts ahead so that we don't miss any weeks. But we're having our meetup down on March 20th, a Sunday, and down at Epcot. And I hope to see you there.
Oh, I'll definitely be there. I can't wait.
So you're getting ready for a Disney World trip.
I'm so ready.
As usual.
So ready.
Welcome back to the roundtable. All right. Wishes, Phantasmic, and Cinderella's Castle starts her crying. She looks fabulous with pixie dust in her hair from the barbershop. She is the mom to that cute baby. At Monsters Laugh Floor, she shares in her client's excitement more than she probably should. It's a little creepy. Please welcome Jen Galambus of Fairy Tale Concierge. Hey, Jen.
Hi, geeks. How are you doing tonight?
I think we're all doing just great. Now, I know you're in a little bit of Disney blues, aren't you, Jen?
I am. Okay, it was Disney DPP or something like that? Disney...
DPC? Disney Post Cruise?
Something like that, yeah.
You just came back from a Disney cruise, didn't you?
Did, and it was amazing. 7 most marvelous Disney-filled food days. It was just amazing.
Oh, wow. And it wasn't your first, I don't think.
No, this was my 4th.
All right. 7 days on the boat, huh?
Yep.
Wow.
And never got off on Castaway Key. We went to Tortola and St. Thomas and didn't step foot on either island.
Wow. What a good time. Let me bring on the other guy who's on the round table tonight. You all know him as the one-time Grand Marshal of the Stars and Motor Cars Parade. He once manned the engine room on the Backlot Tour, where he was overcome by 1,000 gallons of water. His wife and young daughter were once mistaken for a two-headed monster in Tomorrowland. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm welcome to the only guy I know who chases down his citrus swirls with Dole Whip floats. He's the other dude on the show, Brian Wall. Hey, Brian.
Hey, girls and boy.
I know, Brian. If you didn't show up tonight, it would have been all the girls and me.
That's the only reason you asked me to come on, so that you'd have a little more testosterone to help you out, right?
No, we love having you on the show, Brian. How's you doing today?
I'm doing pretty well. We were just having dinner tonight, and I told my kids, I said, in 3 weeks we're making Fast Pass Plus reservations. So,
you got a trip coming up too?
Yeah, it's the little things that, you know.
I know you've been watching my 41-day countdown. I'm down to the last 3 days, less than 3 days. Leaving as we're recording on a Friday night, I leave on Monday for our trip for a week in Disney World. So yes, I just got off work, and I got 2-week vacation coming up. So I am excited.
It's awesome.
It is awesome. Well, thanks, guys. Tonight we have got the topic we have, which is what I introduced it as a little bit of a tribute to the flower and garden. And it's all about stopping and smelling the roses, and not literally, Erica. Which we had a little.
Not make fun of me. I am in an emotional state right now over this.
I'm sorry. It's not. I didn't really explain it very well. Let me try to explain it. It's really to not just go commando while you're down at Disney World, but to take notice of all the little things that you can enjoy down while you're there, which has always been difficult for me, although I try to get better with each trip. And I really expect to do that this time. It's just, slowing it down and taking notice and doing some things besides running to the next roller coaster. Does that make sense?
Yes, perfect
Absolutely.
sense.
All right. So we're going to rip through. I asked the guys to come up with about 10 of these in case we run into each other. We'll play with this for about an hour like we usually do. But before we do that, I want to talk a little bit about Mama, because she is always saying something about Disney World. Let's do her segment, Mama Says, and I have one thing here. Guys, when I was coming home tonight from work, I had this thought. I'm starting to think about the trip, and I remember she was telling me that we didn't get enough tags for our bags for the Magical Express. We've only got 3 tags. They sent us 3 for Animal Kingdom villas, and they sent us 3 for Beach Club villas, which does me no good because I'm going to Animal Kingdom villas. It would be no good if 3 of my bags went to Beach Club and 3 went to Animal Kingdom. But then I was thinking, wait a minute, we're renting a car, aren't we? So I was really confused. When are we picking up this car and why do we care about Magical Express? And so when I got home, I said, okay, Mama, what is going on here? And she cleared it up for me that we are renting a car from the airport when we arrive, but the bags are going without us having to pick them up.
Oh, boy.
To the resort. Well, except for 3 of those bags, because we're going to have to pick them up now because we're not going to be able to get those tags in time.
Make sure you carry the unmentionables with you just in case.
I know, EJ. It's the bags that we need, we want to show up at the resort, right?
Exactly.
I had a friend at work who I work with, and he was going down with his young family for the very first time. And he was doing 3 nights at Disney World. I may have him on and go through a little quick trip report because he was really fun to work with. And they lost his car seat, one of the car seats. He had 2 car seats, and Disney World lost it. Or actually, it wasn't Disney World's. It was actually the airline. Put it in the wrong put it in the wrong place, so it never got onto the Magical Express. And I'll save that story for another time of what and how Disney actually ended up taking care of him. But I hope to have him on the podcast because he's actually interested in podcasting too. And I told him I'll have him on the show to go through that. Hey, I wanted to talk to you guys about a little bit about the Flower and Garden Festival and tell me what you think of this. But I saw this article, 5 new things to expect at the International Flower and Garden Festival. And first one is new topiaries. Can I say that right, Erica? Topiaries? How do you say that? I always get it wrong.
Topiaries?
Topiaries.
Berries? Yeah.
I'm not that fancy. I don't do that fancy talk too well. They have, did you guys see this Elapse video that they did of the building the topiaries out in the front of Epcot? And they do it in the middle of the night, and they just did one of those time-lapse videos, and you can see them building the whole thing.
I didn't see that.
You didn't see that? Oh, I put it on my Twitter feed. It was fascinating. It looked like they did it in one night, and they they always have a fabulous one right there in front when you walk in to the park. And they have Ranger Mickey, the famous mouse, dressed in ranger gear to celebrate the centennial of the National Park Service, and Donald Duck and his nephews, Huey, Dewey, and Louie. So you can always expect new topiaries. That's one of the things. New tastes, and I am excited about the tastes. A couple of this article mentioned they got 2 new outdoor kitchens, and one is called La Isla Fresca, featuring Caribbean food.
Mm.
That sounds good, right?
That sounds good.
Some jerk chicken or something? I don't know. Or jerk pork, whatever. The Cider House, showcasing all things cider, especially hard cider. So a couple of new food kitchens to look forward to. And let's see here. New teas. Did you guys ever hear about this? They're doing a 20-minute tour, which is held over at the UK Pavilion. And they have daily program schedules. You go over to the Tea Caddy over at the United Kingdom, and they do a little tour over there and talk about the, what is that, Twingings or something?
Twinnings.
Yeah, I think they're the sponsor of that. But that sounds kind of cool. And we were talking before we started recording, new tunes, the Garden Rocks series, which I am really excited about. I don't know if this band is new for playing over there, but I'm looking forward to see the Little River Band over there and checking out the songs and the bands. That's always a lot of fun. And also, they mentioned this New Temptations, and they're talking about all the drinks you can, the fun, creative drinks they have. Jen, this one reminded me of you because I think on my list of to-dos, must-dos, you mentioned something. I think it was in France, wasn't it, Jen?
Yeah, probably.
Was it ice cream?
The Grand Marnier slush?
Yeah, or there's something. I thought there was something with ice cream in there.
There was an ice cream margarita or something.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it was the martini.
Martini, yeah, that was it.
That's what it was, yeah.
This one actually reminds me of that. Ice Pop Grand Marnier peach cocktail in France. That sounds really good. But yeah, I did my must-dos. You'll hear it on Monday when that comes out with Lindsay, and a lot of them are drinks and food. This is a food trip for me. Hey guys, I want to do one community shout. Well, I got a couple community shout outs, and I just got an iTunes review, a 5-star iTunes review, which I always love to get. Lindsay and I love to read these. And this one, although the one frustrating thing about it is I never know who it's from. And this is even more disguised. They left a number, 11665588 as the one who left it. But anyways, because I love my community and love to give a thank you and a shout out, but I don't know who this is, but thank you for the iTunes review. And it's titled, "Love This Podcast!" I'm a Disney geek born and raised and love listening to this podcast. It reminds me of conversations I have with my mom and brother every time we all get together. Thanks for sharing your experiences and advice. And it's all exclamation points, by the way, everything, every single sentence. I especially love the live trip reporting episodes. They make me feel as if I'm in the park, even if I'm just sitting at my desk at work. Well, that makes me feel good if you're sitting at your desk and listening to live trip reporting, which I got to tell you, You're going to get a lot of it. I'm almost worried that I'm not going to have any guests on for the next 3 months because I'm going to be there for 8 days. And 8 days leaves me a lot of room to do live trip reporting, especially with my new in-ear monitors. I can walk around. You'll get that 360-degree sound from the sounds of either walking along the beach somewhere or along the boardwalk and all the sounds and the birds and the music. I am really looking forward to do that. All right. The other shout out I got to give to my buddy Jeff McCartney. And because he actually works with me, but we never met him before until today. We had lunch today. Jeff gave me a little chat and said, hey, I'm in the office because he worked from home. And I was able to say hi to him. And like a dummy, I was walking away and we were going our separate ways. Got too far down the road and I didn't do a selfie, which I wanted to do. Right, Erica? We got to do that when we're down there and we meet up. We're going to take lots of Periscope and take selfies and pictures and post them out on a Facebook group for sure. I wish I had done that if I wanted to whack myself in the head. All right. You guys ready with your lists?
Let's go.
I'm
We're
ready.
supposed to make a list.
Yeah, Brian. You know the gig. And I think I'm going to start with Jen, and then I'm going to go Brian, and then I'm going to go EJ, then Erica. How's that? And then me.
Sounds good.
Well, I've been doing this for the last few episodes where I call out the Geekin on Walt Disney World hack of the week. And really it's all about our featured topic, which is stopping and smelling the roses. Take time to enjoy all the little things that Disney World does because they do a lot of things that you got to pay attention to. And if you're just running around going too fast, you're going to miss it. And I think our Super Geeks, they're usually really creative. So I think they're going to come up with some great ones for you to think about when you're down there walking around and having fun in the parks. All right. So let's go to Jen. Jen, what's the first one on your list? Now, I told everyone to try to put together like 10. We'll go till the time runs out on the hour. But I did like 15 of them just so that if you guys steal some of mine, I can hopefully recover. But Jen, what's your first one?
Kind of obvious because it's not necessarily hidden or something you really have to look for. But if you are going too fast, you can easily miss it, which is the streetmosphere.
Streetmosphere?
Yes.
Explain yourself.
So Main Street, mainly on Main Street and also at Hollywood Studios.
Yep.
But then I think in every single park they have it. One would be Divine over at Animal Kingdom.
Oh, yeah. She's great.
Which is a performer who is very well hidden. And it's almost a game to try to find her. She's a vine.
She gathers a lot of
That's
attention,
the way
though.
to describe her.
She does gather a lot of attention because she's really tall.
Once you find her, she does. Yes, yes.
She walks through. She's like on stilts, right?
Right.
And you can see her walking sometimes, or she'll try to blend in with the scenery.
I've seen her blending in with the scenery. Yeah, kind of freaks you out if you catch her at the corner of your eye.
You don't see her that often. I wonder if she's on the program because you kind of I always run into her and not like knowing where she's going to be.
I don't think she's.
Yeah.
I don't think she's in there. I think it's just again, you just happen to run into it. Like when we were on our last trip, we were getting my daughter's first haircut, and we were waiting outside for our appointment, and a couple of the performers that sing they sing the song. I'm not singing the Good Morning song.
Good morning. Good morning.
And the trolley, do on the trolley, that song.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they
Wait,
had.
how's it go, Jen?
That's it. I'm done.
We don't have Lindsay to do the singing tonight.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. But so they just stopped by and they just started talking to us and hanging out.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
And so that was little things like that. Like if we weren't sitting there, we never would have seen it.
That's awesome. Perfect, Jen. Good kickoff to this list. Now I hope you get the idea what we're doing. Brian, what do you think? What's your first one?
My first one, I was thinking about like every aspect of the trip, not just, being in the parks or walking around your resort. One of the things that we tend to do, like is something like as soon as we arrive, as soon as we get to the airport, it's for me just like that walk down to the Magical Express area, you know, where you scan your magic band and you're finally like, you finally made it. Now you're there. Now you can really like, this is your vacation starting. For me, that's one of the things that like my kids are really excited to get to the hotel and to start the vacation. But I really enjoy that bus ride from the airport to your resort. And I don't mind if we're the first stop or if we're the last stop. I really just enjoy, like, I feel like as we're on that bus on the way to the resorts, like we're taking the real world and we're leaving it behind us as we arrive at the resort, and you cross under that big sign that says, you know, welcome to Walt Disney World or whatever. To me, that's just like, I don't know. That's one of the, I always sit back and just kind of look at the kids or look at my wife and just smile and think, you know, this is what it's all about, you know, and just kind of enjoy that.
I love that. You know, I've been doing this 41-day countdown, and I actually did something like that on the Facebook. I was talking about that, how I like to travel, but I was thinking you're describing exactly what I was thinking too. Getting on the plane, getting up early in the morning. We get up really early and get all excited, go to the airport, and that's, like you said, arriving at that familiar Orlando airport, the whole thing. Yeah, I'm with you, Brian. That's an awesome one. Good. Very creative. Thank you. That's a great one. All right. I think EJ's up next.
It's my turn. I'm going to get super specific with mine. The little side street off of Main Street where there's seats back there and there's a little cart where you can get the silhouettes made.
Yeah.
That's a favorite spot of mine. I mean, I'm still nursing a baby, and that is just like, for all of the listeners out there that have little people, that is a great little secret spot to sit down, you know, get an ice cream. There's so many people that you can just watch and just meet and have the conversations. You know how I love to talk to strangers.
Hanging out on Main Street.
Hanging out on Main Street. And it's a tradition in our family at this point. We get a silhouette done of the kids every single time. And it's just special memento and of that little special street that's there. I'm actually sitting under the silhouettes right now talking to you guys.
Hey, EJ. Have you ever noticed? I think you're talking about Center Street, right? Like when you walk down Main Street, it's like that right-hand turn.
Yes.
Kind of like. So have you ever noticed, or have you ever observed? Like, I think they do like singing. Like you'll hear like a teacher giving singing lessons upstairs.
Yes. A lot of I keep hearing that. I keep hearing of that. I've never heard it because it's never been quiet enough. It's been pretty, you know, loud, I guess, but the rumor is that you can hear the singing lessons and the teachers and things like that.
Yeah, when I did the Keys to the Kingdom tour, which is a backstage tour, they started the tour pretty much right there on that street, EJ. And the tour guide spent some time talking about Main Street, talking about Walt, looking up in the windows and talking about the names of the people that are on the windows. I don't remember offhand who's up there, but it's and then he said, "Oh, wait a minute," because you get in there before the park opens, and what they did was they said, "Okay, the park's about to open," and we were standing on that street, and no one was on the street yet, and then they open up the gates. And he says, "This is what we call the running of the bulls." And I'll never forget this one guy with pushing his baby carriage, stroller, just like flying up the street, running, and everyone coming from behind him. But yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, EJ. That's a good one. Good start for your first.
Thank you.
Hey, Erica.
Hey, Kurt.
How you doing?
I stopped at 19.
Oh, okay.
I figured that was surely going to be enough.
You're always very creative, and I know you got some good ones.
Well, I've got a bunch of different ones, some that are kind of more specific and some that are a little bit more out there. But the first one that popped into my head when I think about stopping to smell the roses, for me, everybody always talks about the must-do attractions and the rides and the shows. I like to get out of the park, and I like to go to the resorts. Big shock there. I like to spend a lot of time at the resorts. And so, kind of the first one that pops into my head always, because it has a really special significance for me, is at the Grand Floridian. When I was pregnant with my first son, I had tough times with morning sickness, and I would have to take a lot of breaks. And my favorite place to go and just chill out was at the Grand Floridian. I would just get on one of those couches and just sit back, drink some water and just enjoy the music, either the pianist or the band or whatever. Or even if there was no music, if it was in the morning or something, there's something about that lobby and that resort that just makes me feel so peaceful and happy. And I just get this overwhelming sense of relaxation and joy. And even if I can just be there for 10 or 15 minutes, it gives me a whole boost to go back out and get into the thick of things. So,
now,
I think it's good to get out of the parks and find some quiet time.
Now, were you staying at All Star Music at the time, or were you actually staying at that resort?
Okay, let me tell you something funny that you said that. I was staying at All Star Music. And no, I'm not.
You were slumming.
That's
She was slumming.
No, that is hilarious because I really was staying at All Star Music that trip. It was a big family reunion trip that was planned way in advance, and that is where we were staying.
Very beautiful. Yeah, no, aren't the lobbies in the deluxe resorts are amazing. I mean, they all have their own ambiance. I'm excited to see the Animal Kingdom Lodge and just hang out. You're right, boy. That's a great one, Erica, to start out. Just hanging out in those resorts. They're fabulous. Very good. All right. Oh, you know what? In our good friend Sarah Chapman couldn't be here tonight, but she sent me one that I want to share with you guys. She says, first thing in the morning before the world wakes up, either walking around my resort or sitting on the balcony of my room. It is even better if you are at Magic Kingdom or Epcot Resort and can watch and hear the transportation start running, like the boats, monorail, and even the train at Magic Kingdom. That one was from Sarah, so I'm using that as my first one. And it's a little bit like yours also, Erica, but just the most thing that rang to me was the sitting on the balcony. And I've done that on Bay Lake Tower, and you can just hear the sounds like she's explaining. Or I was over at Polynesian and I walked out of my room. I was right on that far end corner where I could see the boats for Magic Kingdom going and the horns going of the boats and walking along the beach there. Oh, I love it. And hopefully you guys will get to experience that with my live trip reporting coming up very soon. So I'm taking Sarah's as my first one because I loved it so much. Thank you, Sarah. We'll see you next time. Okay, who's up? Jen is up next with her second one.
The smells.
Did you say I smell?
No.
How
smells.
How can you know I smell?
These smells. Everything from the monorail to the buses to the airport, harkening back to what Brian was saying, just, and then each individual resort has that smell. Yeah. Pirates, the different rides, and especially when you're going, I mean, this wasn't even Disney World, but just even being down in Florida in February, getting on the cruise, it even has a smell. And it's not a saltwater, dead fish smell. Or like diesel fuel. It's a beautiful, sweet smell. Beach club,
Right. Yeah, the resorts all blow that some kind of smell that's just amazing. Yes. Oh, yes. We love the smells. We've done full episodes on the smells. Yeah, even when you get off the airport, that tropical smell. The moisture.
It's it's almost like the warmth has a smell. And it just could be because, usually when we go down, it's really cold up here.
Right.
So, down there,
I'm seeing it was really, we had an 80 degree day here in Connecticut this past. Did you guys too?
Yes. In Pennsylvania we did,
Yeah, that broke records. And I was looking at the weather coming up in Florida. I saw 88. It's going to be close to 90, I think, when I'm down there in March. Oh. That's crazy.
But no humidity.
Hey, Jen, great one. The smells. We got to smell. I kind of gave it away with smelling the roses, I guess. All right, Brian, what you got?
So I was trying to think of one from. I tried to think of one from at least each park, and I was trying to think of one outside the parks too. And my favorite park is Magic Kingdom, and one of my favorite places to walk or to be at that's kind of away from everything, away from all the hustle and bustle, is the walkway between Storybook Circus and Tomorrowland, where it comes out right behind the exit of Space Mountain.
Yeah, right.
It's a trick-or-treat trail during the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, but just during the day, it's just a regular walking trail. And every time I'm on it, I mean, I maybe see one or two other people on it. Yeah. But like right in the middle, there's an area to kind of stop, and there's a bench. And really, like, that's one of that's one of my favorite places to go and just to go take a break. I like it because you can hear the sounds of Fantasyland and Storybook Circus with the Barnstormer, the people kind of screaming. You can hear the train as the train goes by, as it leaves the train station there. I just enjoy that part of the park. It's just you can see Tomorrowland, you can see Space Mountain in the foreground. And to me, it's just everything is going on around you, but it's still that time where you can kind of just relax and kind of just enjoy being where you're at with not a lot of people around you.
Yeah, it's quiet over there. Yeah, a lot of people aren't going to get over there. Or that little train station.
Yep.
That leads over to that. Yeah, that's awesome spot. I love it. Good one, Brian. I love those quiet areas. And let's see, who's up now? We got EJ coming back.
My turn. Okay, I know it's all about the welcome show and wishes, but I think it's important to not go too commando and miss the afternoon parades. An interesting thing happened to my family last time we were there at the 24-hour event. We just so happened to be walking out of the Emporium and, oh, hey, the parade's coming up. So we sat down on the sidewalk, and I got to see within 10 feet of me every Disney Channel star ever. And I was the oldest lady screaming with about 50, 13, and 12-year-olds. And my mother actually took my child from me. She was like, you're having a really good time. Had I not just stopped and said, oh, let's just watch this, I would have missed such a momentous occasion in my life where I got to meet every single kid that I watch every day on the TV. And it was a big deal for me.
Well, do you remember which parade it was?
It was the Festival of Fantasy, but you know when they do like the grand marshals of the parade?
Yeah.
It was the cast of Teen Beach Movie. It was Dog with a Blog. It was Jessie. It was just all of these kids that I'm like, oh my God, these kids are like part of my daily life. And it was like I was at the Academy Awards.
Well, you know, I was thinking of the parades too, and I was giving advice to this friend again I was talking about earlier. And I really said, don't miss that parade. That's like a must do. Like, yeah,
it's a beautiful parade, and they interact with you. It's just awesome.
Oh, perfect, DJ. Okay, Erica, give me one of your 20. How many are you up to now? 35?
Should I stop writing?
Yeah, I think you're good.
So, something that I did on my last trip that I don't do very often, that I should do more often, is actually go to see the animals at the Animal Kingdom. Because you get over there and you kind of get wrapped up with fast passes and shows, and they're all great. Of course, I love the shows. On our last trip, we actually spent one afternoon doing the Maharaja Jungle Trek and the Pangani Forest Trail, or what, I don't even know what they're called, but you know what I'm talking about.
I do.
And it was really cool. Yeah. And I think maybe it was even more cool because we hadn't done it in so many years. But, you know, going to see we must have stood and watched the gorillas for like an hour. We were just mesmerized by them. They were so incredible. And, you know, I mean, if you have the time to spend and really, you know, explore those areas, it's super cool.
Yeah.
It's really, really neat to see the animals and it's different than the safari, because in the safari, you know, you're kind of rushed through on the vehicle. And here, you know, you're walking, so you can take as much time as you want.
Excellent. Yeah, I love the gorillas. I always want to go see the gorillas. And one time I saw them feeding the meerkats.
Oh yeah.
You know, they had these little like Chinese what do you call them? Chopsticks, and they were feeding them. It was so cute. Oh, the other thing that you didn't mention was Rafiki's Planet Watch. To take the train out there and go. There's actually a little petting zoo out there, and there's a place out there where you may see, like when I was out there one time, they were actually doing an operation on one of the animals. One of the four-legged little animals had broken a leg the day before, and they were actually repairing his leg. And you can, or you can see, you know, the veterinarians doing some kind of checkup on one of the, either a gorilla or a tiger or something. One time, we did the backstage tour of Animal Kingdom, and we were actually on the backside over at Rafiki's, and they were doing a checkup on a tiger, which was really cool. Yeah, and the vets were talking about it. Yeah. So definitely, I haven't done the Maharaja tour. That's where the tigers are, right? I haven't done that in a long time.
Right.
But I agree. We're actually going to be at Animal Kingdom quite a bit this trip. So, and that's an excellent one. Okay, I got to come up with one, guys. Okay, this is one of mine, and my kids are all grown up, and so mostly when I'm going now, it's really with the adult kids, or this trip is with Mama and Lindsay. And we do have our good friend going out there with us too, Judy. But I like watching the other kids. I like going over to watching the Star Wars, and I'll be eating or something, and I'll watch the kids fight Darth Vader, or the pirates over at Pirates when they're fighting the pirates. And I just like watching and enjoying the other kids, or the little princesses, and talking to the little kids and just saying, "Hello, princess," and just enjoying, the other families and their kids. And maybe someday I'll bring grandkids there.
Aww.
But it is a place for little kids, and to watch their eyes. I was really excited. My friend, again, that went down there recently, his daughter, he said that this was their first trip down with the kids. She's 4 years old, and she's into princesses. And I've had a couple friends tell me I said, well, here's what you got to do. Make sure you don't miss, the greet for the princesses at Magic Kingdom. Make sure you go to see Belle, which is a great way to meet the princess. And he was texting me back while he was in the park saying, oh, she is just having the time of her life. She dressed up like a princess. All the cast members are telling her that she's a princess. And, I love having fun with the other guests and enjoying their kids. All right. Let's see. Who's up now? Jen, it's your turn.
The queues.
Yeah.
Ones that come to mind in particular are Splash Mountain and Big Thunder Mountain, and all of a sudden the name is skipping the one in Animal Kingdom, the roller coaster, Everest.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Everest.
The stories behind them. How if you just, a lot of times you're in line and you're either hot or you're cranky and hungry and you just want to get out of that line, or your kids are like running in between the poles. I've seen some kids licking the poles, and you're like telling your kid to stop licking the pole. And if you really just sit and stand there and take time to really look at all the tiny little details that the Imagineers put into the queues, that really tell the story before you even get on the ride.
Yeah. Perfect. Who's up? Brian.
Yeah, so this one's kind of like a go with me here, so go with me here a little bit.
All right. Is it a stretch?
Well, one of the things that I really like to do when we're there, I like to have conversations with cast members.
Yeah.
And I like to talk to people, like just talking to people on the bus. I really like to engage in conversation with people, and people are they're in such a good mood at Disney for some reason. Having those conversations always seem to be really easy. But one of my favorite things is just like talking to cast members. You know, one of the things like you can see, you know, they have their hometown on their name tag, and just sparking conversations. One of the things that I really like. There's maintenance workers. I know I've seen them at a couple of the resorts before that, like especially out early in the morning at the bus stop when you'll see they have like little brooms, but they're like wet brooms and they draw characters with the brooms. And I remember having a conversation with a cast member and he wanted to be an animator, and he was, you know, that was his dream to become an animator at Disney. And you know, he was, you know, drawing characters on the sidewalk, which I thought was really cool. But just like those little things, like asking for pixie dust on Peter Pan, you know, when they sprinkle pixie dust across the lap bar and the lap bar calms down.
Yeah,
stuff like that. Even and especially in World Showcase, that's one of a fun place to talk to different cast members and
right, because they're from all over the world.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that's I don't know. The cast members really embody what Disney World is, and I think that they help obviously create such a great experience for you. And there's some really cool cast members out there that have a lot of interesting, you know, neat things to talk about.
Right, and everyone's got a story, and they're friendly, and they're supposed to be friendly to you. But I'll just sneak in another one. Pin trading too is a great way to strike up a conversation with a cast member. And Lindsay just said to me the other day, I go to bed kind of early. She'll sneak in and say, "Hey, Dad, don't forget, I got all our pins ready to go for Disney World." I said, "Oh yeah, let's not forget our pins," because one time we did forget our pins. But that's a great icebreaker with the cast members, and I totally agree, Brian. That's a great one. I love it. Where are we going next? EJ,
Me.
You're up.
That's me.
You're up
I'm
again.
up.
All right.
This isn't an exciting one, but it's special for my family. On those afternoons when you go back to the room, or even, you know, before you get everybody wrangling everyone for bed, that channel that gives the cartoons all day, the like Have a Laugh cartoons, and I think they do the Mickey shorts now, and they play that all day. And the Duffy cartoon before bed. That's just like something that my daughter loves to watch.
That's a great one. You know, EJ, when we get into the room, sometimes if you get into the room early, and I don't know, we're just TV people. I guess we grew up, my wife especially, she loves the TV. We just turn the TV on, and of course the first channel that comes on is the in-house resort channels, right? They force those on you. And they give you the top. What is Stacy with her must-dos?
Oh, yes.
And
but
all
this
that.
is just, it's you know, I like when they do the Have a Laugh, the old Mickey cartoons.
Yeah.
And we just sit on the bed with a couple of Mickey bars and we just watch it. And you know, sometimes when we miss Disney at home, I'm like, oh, let's watch these Have a Laugh cartoons. And it's just something that's special. And it's the sound and the music and even that Duffy music, even though they play it over and over again. It's just that little special quiet moment that you only experience at Disney and in your resort.
Yeah, for me, you know, it really gets me in the mood. They got all the tunes or the songs that are playing there.
Yep.
It's the first time you're kind of getting into the mood, like Brian was talking about when you're arriving. And my son Benjamin, he's always loved animation since he was a little kid. He used to always draw books. They always used to do this in school. They would make books and they'd make just drawings and stuff like that. But he always loved the old Mickey cartoons, and they have them either in the resort, like at a TV you're walking by, or in your room. So that's a great one, EJ. I thought you said that was a boring one. I love that one.
It wasn't exciting or deep thought, but that's a big one.
That's what we're talking about, though. This is the stuff that's just, you know, part of the experience.
We're excited to get back to the room and watch that channel. It's like, oh.
Nice. Very good one. All right, Erica, can you beat that?
I don't know. I'll try. First thing I have to say, though, to Brian about his comment is I talk to everybody on the bus. I am like the crazy bus lady that talks to everybody, and I'm so glad to hear there might be somebody else out there who talks to people on the bus.
Now, Erica, so I'm worried now. I'm going to be wearing my headphones with it that I'm recording everybody, and they don't know it. I'm probably going to get sued or something.
I don't know why I do that. I would never do that in anywhere else on the planet.
Right.
But when I'm in Disney on the bus, it's like I have to talk to everybody.
No, you're right, Eric. Even my wife will even say that. She's like, you're like a different person when we're here, because like you're right. I like if I were riding the subway in Chicago or something, I'm obviously not gonna strike up a conversation with somebody. But at Disney, it's like you see that other dad wearing the goofy hat, and you're like, what's up, man? Where you from?
Yeah. Totally. That is exactly right. It's like a kinship. Yeah.
You can definitely have some fun. You can have some fun.
Big family.
I always end up talking to people on the bus because my children embarrass me and they want to lay on other people while it's nighttime on the
That
way
was
back
you? That was your kid?
I'm like, I'm sorry my son wants to put his head on your lap.
That's not unique to you, EJ. That's not unique to you.
And everyone's always like, no problem. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, everyone's relaxed. All right, Erica.
All right,
was that yours? Are you done?
So oh no, I was just giving that comment to Brian. So anyway, back on track here to my list of things not to miss. It actually kind of ties in with what you were talking about, Kurt. My kids, when they were little, they always would want to like get in the fountains and get in the water, and I would always like be yelling like, "Don't get wet, no!" And so I kind of learned over time to just set aside like one afternoon where they were allowed to get as wet as they wanted to get. And I would usually plan it to where it was right before we were getting ready to leave to go back to the hotel. So I knew, it wasn't like before a dinner reservation or anything. And I would just let them go to like, the little splash areas in Epcot or at Magic Kingdom. Of course, they have the really nice one now back in Storybook Circus. That's super cool. But I would let my kids just get as wet as they wanted to do. And I would just sit there and watch them playing in the water. And it's so cute. And especially when they start interacting with all the other kids and they're all playing together and getting really wet and stuff. And it's like, it kind of, my OCD mom part of my brain says like, no, don't do it. But it's really just kind of a moment to let them sort of get wild and wet and crazy. And
we all kind of let down our guard when we're in Disney World, don't we? We break all the rules. All the kid rules are broken. And the one I was thinking about, Erica, is the one over in Epcot near the Imagination Pavilion, the dancing water fountains.
Oh, yeah.
When they shoot the water across and you could like stand in the way so it hits you like right in the belly. Or the ones that pop up, the like a drop just pops up and then you smack it with your hand.
Yeah.
You could play there for a while.
Were all over that. When they were little, it's like anywhere they would see water or fountains or anything splashing or jumping, they would go crazy. They just wanted to touch it and get in it.
And anywhere else, you'd get scolded for doing that, except for Disney World.
One of my favorite memories to go along with that, Erica, of letting your kid just do it is when I personally was a kid, our very first time at Epcot. And I don't think they have them anymore the way they used to. This was like the mid 80s. They were on the ground, those jumping, water cannon things that would shoot all around. And my brother and I just played in there for probably an hour. And where is it going to jump next and trying to get, I think now they're kind of like up on like almost like lily pad type things. But before they used to be directly on the ground, you can run all through them.
Well, Jen, since you spoke up, why don't you give us another one?
I thought that was your turn.
Oh, is it my turn? Oh, yeah, you're right. Thank you. I almost forgot. All right, then I'm going to go with something that I really recommend for people to do, and that is to take advantage. That's going to cost you a little more money, though, and you got to pay up a little bit. Sometimes you got to have your park ticket, but do a tour. There are lots of great tours, and I'm excited that we're going to do a couple this time. I've done the Keys to the Kingdom at Magic Kingdom. I've done the the one over at Epcot, which is behind the scenes, and I've also I mentioned the Animal Kingdom tour. This year, we're going to do the Behind the Seeds tour at Epcot, which is only $20. And I've heard lots of people talking about it. It's only for a couple hours. And then I'm doing the Marceline to Magic Kingdom tour, which is a little bit, I think, of a shorter version of and Lindsay's never done any of those before. I don't think she's done, no, she did the Animal Kingdom tour with us now that she's old enough, because a lot of these tours you got to be at least 18 to do. The hard part is, I always thought for Mama would be, hey, Mama, you can't go to the park today. We're doing a tour. You can't get go right into and do that. But the nice thing about the Marceline to Magic Kingdom is we'll get in the park before the park opens again, like I was mentioning before. And although we won't go down underneath to see the behind the scenes stuff, it'll be fun to listen to about the history of Magic Kingdom. And I love listening about how Walt built this magical place. So take some time and do a tour. You'll learn a lot about the parks, and you'll thoroughly enjoy it. I highly recommend those. That is mine for this round. Okay, now, Jen, it's your turn.
I'm bowing out of this round.
Really?
No, I'm really not. But I'm kind of mad. I'm kind of mad at EJ and Brian right now.
They took yours?
They totally stole. I'm like, nobody's going to pick Stacy. Stacy's the best. That's like my thing. Yeah.
It's all right. I've scratched off like 3 of mine. I'm like,
okay, fine.
Gonna make it.
And I'm even like, nobody's going to take the janitors who draw the pictures in water. No, there is no way anybody's going to. I was like all proud of myself. So.
You guys have been very creative. You guys are doing great.
Boring. No. It's the shops in Epcot.
Ah.
It's kind of obvious, but this past time I really took the time, at least I made a mental note to take the time and actually go into the shops.
Yeah.
And they're really cool. Like France has, I think you mentioned it, or no, you mentioned the Norway one where they have perfume.
Yeah, they got the.
And so I went to the France one.
Layla.
And, where you can almost concoct your own little own perfume almost.
Nice.
Jen, I spend a small fortune in that France shop.
Yeah, I'm feeling France is going to be. It's going to take most of my money the next trip.
The back section with all that kitchen stuff. I was like, I'll take this. I'll take this. I'll take this.
Yeah, yeah, and the ice cream. You just go get the ice cream, and as you're eating your ice cream, you go to the shopping.
I was sipping on the grapefruit champagne while I was buying everything. They know what they're doing.
They get you feeling good first.
But
a little chocolate. You girls it's no match for you.
Ice cream. Ice cream.
Yeah.
I don't think I've mentioned it enough on this show.
Love it.
But also the reason why I really went into these shops for the first time ever really was because we played Agent Peas.
Oh yeah.
And that game forces you to go into the shops, and it was a lot of fun.
Well, so you just stole 2 out of. But yeah, doing those games are great. You're right. You get to spend some more time in those World Showcase, checking out
and
stuff.
Don't forget about Duffy. I hope I sold something on that one too.
I think Duffy's gone now.
No, is it Duffy or is it Perry? It's Perry now.
Oh, you can
the platypus. No, where you get it colored. You can get your names
spot,
in
the character spot or whatever. Yeah.
In the native language.
Awesome. All right, Brian, you got another one?
I do. Jen hasn't stolen as many from me as I've stolen from her. So, after I wake up from my nap at Festival of the Lion King, what I like to do is I'm usually pretty hungry by that time because I've worked up an appetite. So I love barbecue. So one of my favorite places to stop and smell the roses is at Flame Tree Barbecue. Yeah. So just behind the ordering counters, there's a small patio that overlooks the Discovery River, and it's got really amazing views of Expedition Everest. Yeah. I like to just grab something from Flame Tree and grab a seat somewhere and just kind of stop and relax and just people watch, enjoy the river, and if you can find some shade, that's always a bonus too. But that's one of my when I'm in Animal Kingdom, it's one of my favorite places to kind of slow down and just enjoy.
Boy, I'm right with you, Brian. I love barbecue too. If you've ever listened to the podcast, I am looking forward to the smokehouse over at Flower and Garden. But that's a great spot, and I learned that just fairly recently. That spot behind the barbecue, and it's a big place too. There's lots of places to find to sit down. Yeah. And if you go early, before the real big lunch crowd, it's pretty quiet back there. It's nice. Love it.
Yeah, right after that nap. It's a perfect time.
The nap at the Pop Century or
Animal at the Lion King show, at Lindsay's show.
You're getting in trouble.
I know.
All right. Who's up? EJ?
It's my turn again. I have to say that my kids enjoy the movies at night at the resort.
Yeah.
They just kind of like to sit with the other kids and chill out, and it's just like, they're still excited from the day, and this is like a big deal what they're doing. They're outside watching a movie, and our first 2 trips, we never did it because, who has time for that? You have to sleep for your next commando day. But this time we took advantage of it, and I was like, I was really missing out by not doing this. This is really sweet and fun.
Yeah, and that was you kind of stole one of mine, and I kind of made it in a broader sense. Just explore that resort and enjoy those amenities that are at the resort. Sitting by the fire, catching a movie, the fire pits or the hot tub, some late night time like that. And I saw that Animal Kingdom Villas has nature and cultural reps that you can talk to and talk about the animals, I don't know, or places that they're from. That is, the movies. That's a good one at the resort. Which resort were you at?
Where do I always go?
I don't know.
Pop Century. Hello.
Really? Oh, yeah? They got the movies at the Pop Century.
Yes.
Where do they have?
I have club level taste, but Pop Century money.
That's right. But where at Pop Century do they have the movie?
By the pools over there.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's a great resort, though. We're making fun, but I love that resort. We stayed there last year.
I think it's fun. I mean, they do things until well into the evening.
Yeah.
It's like, it's almost like spring break every night.
Yeah, it's a great pool and a great food court, and there's a bar right there too, isn't there?
Yes, my favorite part, yes.
There you go. Nothing wrong with that. All right, Erica, you got one?
Yeah, I do. I've got one that is a little bit newer for me, but I think I actually mentioned this before on another show, but I'll tell you again anyway.
Okay.
So there is a new place over at Hollywood Studios called Club Disney. You've probably heard about it. It's like a big sort of dance club place for kids where they can just go in and just cut loose, and it's like a DJ and light show, and the characters are dancing and all of that. But it's a really cool place actually for adults because along the sides of the room, they have these sort of circular couches and footstools that have charging stations built into them.
Yeah.
And you can and it's all like movable. So you can take like 2 pieces of couch and a footstool or 3 pieces of couch and put it together and make it like a little circle. And we actually ended up going in there a lot because, of course, I have 2 teenagers, so they're constantly looking for holes. It's like I gotta find holes. I gotta plug in my iPhone, because their iPhones are going dead all the time. So we actually ended up going in there several times because it was just a great place to sit down, get off our feet, plug in our phones, and then you just watch the kids like dancing and listen to the music and. They have like a nice bathroom in there if you're looking for like a nice bathroom. And I know, Kurt, you like a nice bathroom. So,
they're all nice down there. The bathrooms are even cool in Disney World.
They are. And so this is just a cool place that has like everything you could want in like a breakdown place. Like if your kids are just, they've had it, they're wiped out, or the adults, get wiped out too. It's just a place to stop sit down, take a load off.
All right.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool place.
Awesome. You know what? I'm going to do one more. And I'm going to have you guys do one more. We're into an hour, but I don't care. I don't care. I'm going to Disney World. I'm on vacation, and you're going to get extra bonus time because I don't know how many we did.
Dad's in vacation mode.
I'm like, yeah, this is going fast. Can you believe, EJ? We've done an hour already.
I know. I can keep going.
All right, we're going to do one more round. All right, I'm looking at my list. I'm going to combine a couple on my list, number 8 and 9 on my list, and go down to downtown Disney. And you know how much, guys, I love concerts, but you can check out a concert down at the House of Blues. I've done that, and I actually saw a really good guitarist down there one time. And now his name escapes me. But it was a lot of fun, and that was a fun place to go. Or the Cirque du Soleil. Have you guys ever done the Cirque du Soleil show at Downtown Disney?
No.
Nobody? Only me? I actually won tickets to it. And I gave them to Mama, and I gave them to Lindsay. And her sister-in-law went down there. But yeah, that show is there exclusively for the Walt Disney World Resort. And hey, go down there, check that out. And there's also, like Lindsay told me when she was down there, check out a movie down there. They got a great place to watch movies too. But those are some things you might not do if you're a commando. Go down and check out some of those shows down at the downtown Disney area. They are a lot of fun. And I am going to turn it next to, who's up next?
I am.
Jen.
Yep.
Give us one more.
This is just like an encompassing all 4 parks, but I would say the parks at night. If you can make your kids stay up, or, like I do, force them to stay up, or just let them fall asleep in the stroller. Just sitting or just taking in, like, almost like I enjoy, like, my 2 favorite places are right by the carousel in Fantasyland, and then right by the fountains in Future World in Epcot.
Yeah.
And, the glowing lights on the ground, and just listening to the fountain. And it can be loud, but just the feel of nighttime as things are starting to shut down and people are starting to leave.
It is a different place at nighttime, isn't it?
I was just watching a Periscope. I forget who was Periscoping, but they were just walking around the park at night.
Yeah, it's hard for me because we are morning people. We get there early, and it's hard to burn the candles at both ends. But you're right. Just enjoy those. I have actually, one thing we did that after. I think Erica did this too. Did you ever do the after party in Epcot when they did it?
Yeah.
They did it last year. That was so cool. We were in Italy and did it over there, and then the park was totally closed, and we were in the back end, if you know where Italy is, in the World Showcase, and we had to walk back to the buses, and nobody was in the park. We were totally alone. It was really cool. Yeah. They didn't do that this past year, I think, but yeah, Jen, nighttime in the parks and if you can do one of those late nights, like till 2 a.m, or EJ, I think you said you did an all-nighter there. Did you mention that?
Yes.
Yeah.
I took a nap on It's a Small World.
We all do that. What are you talking about?
But then I had no choice. I really couldn't keep my eyes open.
Yeah, because I was going to say, speak for yourself. I love It's a Small World.
I love it. I just was looking at my husband like, what am I doing on this ride?
Is it 4 a.m?
Exactly.
All right. Brian, what's your last one?
I have so many more that I wanted to talk about, but
you want to throw a couple in there?
Yeah, well, Jen brought up a good point, and when I was thinking about what she was saying, I think just as important is enjoying the parks in the morning. One of the things, like for us, we're rope drop people.
Yeah.
And extra magic hours, love morning extra magic hours, getting to the park early.
Yeah.
Especially at Magic Kingdom, because there's so much that you can do in the first hour at the Magic Kingdom with not a lot of people around.
Especially Fantasyland.
What's that?
Especially Fantasyland. Like hit
Oh,
that,
absolutely.
hit that
Right.
whole thing and get it done before anyone gets there.
Yeah, then you can spend the rest of your day just kind of,
Chill.
enjoying everything.
Yeah.
But one of the things that I like to try to share with people is if you can get an early morning ADR at Be Our Guest, or you can do the Bippity Boppity Boutique with your princess early in the morning before the park opens. You can get one of those early morning reservations. That's a great time to walk down Main Street and just kind of enjoy Main Street while nobody else is around and taking pictures and things like that. But I love the mornings in the parks. I really do, especially the first hour or so is great.
Yeah, I've done that. I talked about this where Mama, Lindsay, and I were over in like Frontierland or near the President's. We actually saw the President's show, just the three of us, the first showing of it. We were the only ones in the theater. We were walking along we were walking along where Pirates is, and there was nobody, not anyone on the street. I've taken pictures over at Fantasyland with nobody there. That's really cool. I like that.
Yeah, even on the busiest days, if you get there early, you can definitely do a lot and experience a lot.
You'd be
first thing in the
surprised.
morning.
I know. I told my friend that just went down there. I said, whatever you do, make rope drop, and he didn't. And a lot of people don't when they have small kids. I don't know. It's hard to get them out the door and if you've got a family, it's hard to get them there. And if you can, you'll definitely beat the crowds. It's great.
I just put Red Bull in sippy cups. I mean, I never know. It's great. They're raring to go.
I know. I was texting my friend. I said, I hope you're on the bus over to Magic Kingdom by now. And he's like, no, we're at breakfast. It's 9:00. So, all right. Who's up next? EJ.
That is a good leading into my last point.
Okay.
I travel with babies, little babies, nursing babies, and I have no mercy. You better be at rope drop, and you better be sleeping in your stroller. Don't wimp out, or else you're not coming next time.
I love it. Militant mom. I love it.
Yes. The first trip, I never took advantage of those baby care centers whatsoever. And this last trip, what a blessing. I mean, go to the baby care centers. You will go, even if you spend 10 minutes in there, you and the baby will come out refreshed. It's like you took a nap. I mean, it's comfortable in there. They have the seats, the changing tables, the sinks, and the people in there are so sweet and so kind. And it was like a spa for the baby for 10 minutes instead of, fighting someone for the dirty changing table in the regular bathroom. Take advantage of the baby care centers. You will not be sorry.
I have no idea what you're talking about. But that is great. Where are these things?
I think there's two in Epcot. I know there's one at Magic Kingdom near the town hall. Or
Yeah.
it's actually near Crystal Palace.
Really? I've never heard of this, EJ. Of course, my kids.
If you need medicine, they have medicine there. I mean, you can purchase it. They have Tylenol, baby Tylenol.
Yeah.
They have diapers. They have swimmies. They have everything you could possibly need because you forgot or you ran out of. They have in these baby care centers, and it's just super comfortable, super clean and cool. And like I said, the sinks, everything, you could wipe your baby down, and it's like they just had a spa treatment.
That's awesome. I didn't know anything about this. Of course, I don't have little babies, and we wouldn't go down there when our kids were little. We weren't as brave as you.
I think ignorance is bliss. I just kind of was like, well, how hard could it be?
That's awesome.
When they start serving barbecued ribs in there, we're there, Kurt.
Yeah,
That's it. This is a non-negotiable.
That's probably why I didn't know. If they had barbecue ribs there, I would have been there. All right, awesome. All right, Erica, what you got?
Well, you're going to have to go back and edit out my last one because Brian just texted me and told me that Club Disney is closed.
Oh, no.
Wow.
Yeah, it closed like a couple of weeks ago. So, wah.
Oh, well.
Take that one out.
That's a retro one.
It's such a bummer because, man, it's hard to find a place to charge. But anyway, so the next one on my list, and I don't know, this might just be one of these crazy me things, but I am obsessed with the boardwalk. I just love it. it never gets old. Everything over there is so cool. And, you know, we stay at Yacht and Beach Club a lot. So the boardwalk is like our place. It's our hangout. And there's a lot of really cool stuff over there to check out, and it's a really nice place to go to just kind of stroll and around in the evening, or walk around, or even in the middle of the day, like if you need a break. We have actually come out of the World Showcase and gone over there to, like, you know, grab something to eat or get out of the park. And there's a couple of things, I won't discuss the whole entire boardwalk, but a couple of things that are maybe unusual that you haven't done is over at the Boardwalk Bakery, they have, the kitchen is all glass, so you can actually walk right up to the window and look in and watch the bakers, and they're in there making birthday cakes and wedding cakes and cupcakes. And you know, I love to cook, I love to bake, so I'm a sucker for just like standing there and just in awe of how amazing everything is. And everything looks so delicious.
Smells
and
good. Yeah.
The talent is unbelievable. I mean, you can just stand there and watch them ice a wedding cake, and it's like a life-changing experience. I mean, they're so amazing. So I love the boardwalk area, and I just think it's one of the places where, you know, if you're looking for that stop and smell the roses experience, I think you have to go there and check it out.
I'm with you 100%. I grew up there. I started my Disney World travels on the boardwalk, and I'm going back to the beach club for 4 nights. I'm so excited to stay at the beach club. It's been so long. Yeah, the boardwalk is awesome. I can't wait to hang out around there. All right, I'm going to finish up here. I'll put a couple out there, and I'm just going to say the Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom and the Pirates game. I couldn't remember. I didn't write down what the Pirates game is over there. It's the same
Treasure
kind
of the Seven Seas.
What is it?
Treasure of the Seven Seas, or Treasures of the Seven Seas, something like that.
Yeah, you can sign up for that. If you go past the Pirates, if it's on your left, and you keep walking along as you're making your way over to Splash Mountain, there's a place where you can sign up for that and follow that game. And you show, I'm trying to remember the Pirates when you show the cards too in front of the little kiosk or something. And there's lots of little things that are revealed for you. And the Sorcerer of the Magic Kingdom, Lindsay told me, make sure we got to get our cards, because she's been collecting those cards, and you have some fun. There's places, if you're Commando, you won't do this game, and it's a lot of fun. You pick up your cards over there right after on Main Street, right in front of the town hall area. Get your cards, let them train you how to do it, follow the map, and just have fun with the Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom game. And I just want to mention too, get a book on like hidden Mickeys or other things about the parks, and look for those things that the Imagineers have done that are in the parks. Hidden Mickeys, I mentioned things like that in Splash Mountain, that little guy that jumps down and says FSU. You know, little things like that are, you know, over at Hollywood Studios, when you go into the Muppets and there's a carpet there, and if you lift up the carpet, there's a key under it. You know, so there's lots of little hidden things that the Imagineers have done, and learn about those. Get a book, check them out. It's a lot of fun to do that kind of stuff. All right, guys, this was a ton of fun. I mean, we went through a lot of stuff. How many did we have to do? Like 5 each? And you know what? You guys have gotten me really excited for my trip next week.
Are you going to go to the baby care center, Kurt?
Well, that's probably one EJ I'll have to...
He's going to try to order some ribs.
You know, unfortunately, there's no need for me to go there. It's pretty much an adult trip only this time. Although I can't wait to have little kids to go. Maybe someday. Like I said, maybe grandkids.
Hey, just say, I'm just here. I just want to check it out, see what it looks like. I heard about it.
For the podcast. Recon for the podcast.
Yes.
Guys, thanks so much. And I want you guys to give a little background on what you guys are up to. Erica, a couple of you guys are doing travel agent stuff, and I love to promote your stuff. So tell us about yourself, Erica.
Yeah, I work for an agency called H&K Luxury Travel, and we're a full-service travel agency, so not just Disney, but we can send you anywhere you want to go. And you can contact me there at erica@hkluxurytravel.com.
Thank you. How about you too, Jen? I know you do some travel agency stuff.
I am really wanting to put more people on a Disney cruise.
Nothing wrong with that.
So if you want to go on a cruise or anything Disney related, you can, or anything else really, you can contact me at jennifer@fairytaleconcierge.com or on Facebook, facebook.com/FTCJennifer.
And for Brian and EJ, I don't know, you guys aren't doing travel agency stuff, are you?
I actually am again.
You are? Okay. What you doing, Brian?
I thanks to Jen, I joined the Fairy Tale Concierge family a while back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm doing that just very, part-time, but I enjoy planning trips for people. And my number one tip is always, on that arrival day, wear 2 pairs of underwear just in case Disney loses your bags. So
The unmentionables.
right. No. But yeah, so I'm always on Twitter, Dad Lightyear. And email is brianw@fairytaleconcierge.com.
Very good. I didn't know that. Congratulations. That's awesome.
Yes, sir.
All right. And you can find EJ and me on the Facebook group. And EJ, welcome to the Super Geekin Facebook group. I'll put you out there soon now that you've been on the podcast. If you guys want to get on the fun, you're a listener and you enjoy having fun with us, you can do that every day on the Facebook group. We are out there having fun all the time. Just send me an email, kurt.stone@geekinonwdw.com, or you can friend me on Facebook, like our Facebook page. Just do a search out there and you'll find that. We are doing this March 20th meetup in the Mexican Pavilion. Actually, when this episode comes out, it'll probably be too late. So I guess I don't have to mention that anymore. But if you can give us an iTunes review. I noticed I just got one today and our rankings just seem to go up higher when you guys do that. And we love to read them and read them on the podcast. Please go ahead and do that. All right. Thanks for going geeking on Walt Disney World. It's been fun. Thank you guys for having, you guys got me excited tonight. So thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Thanks for having us.
All right.
Thanks.
See you all later.
Well, 2 things. I'm on my laptop, not on my iPad, and I'm upstairs in my sitting room. So a different location. So that could be it.
Upstairs in the sitting room.
Yes, I am. I'm in the drawing room. I'm in the drawing room.
Enjoying a little tea and crumpets while we podcast.
No, I did that earlier.
Oh, hold on one second. I don't have my intro.
Okay.
Or then me, then Erica. I don't know. She's going to work on hers while she listens.
No, I've got 6 already.
Perfect. You're good.
I'm working hard over here.
You are brilliant. All right, I'm ready to go. Who else is ready to go?
I'm ready.
Short and sweet. Yeah.
If only you could see my cheese smile right now.
All right, here we go. Actually, let's do this.